Ladies and gentlemen, what we just witnessed is absolutely incredible. Tyrese Haliburton does it again, down by 1, 6 seconds left to go in the ball game, and he does the unthinkable, okay? Now, first thing we notice is he gets a favorable matchup where it is Cason Wallace, right? It's not Alex Caruso, it's not Jalen Williams or Lou Dort, so right away they get a matchup that they like. And you don't see that too often. You even see Aaron Nesmith try to get him a different, matchup here with the quick screen. He's like, no, I don't want that. Keep me with this matchup. I got a little bit of height advantage. So he takes it, boom, stops on a dime. The one thing we can always talk about with Tyrese Haliburton is his ability to stop on an absolute dime and pull up out of nowhere, right? We've seen this before. The shot is up, it's good, and they're up by 1 with 0.3 seconds left to go in this ball game. It is unbelievable what this dude is doing. It really is. It really is. They go up 1-0 in Oklahoma City. They stole the game on the road. And not any game, the first game of the series. Unbelievable. Now, what I really took from this game is early on, they struggled to score on some of these defenders, Alex Caruso, Lou Dort, Jalen Williams, right? But they eventually figured it out. If they can take this momentum in the next game, it could get really scary, okay? Now, before we dive into the video, hit the like button, comment down below a series prediction. How many games does it go? Who wins? Let me know in the comments. Let's dive into some film. Here was another big possession of this game. So right away, again, they attack the mismatch that they like. Andrew Nembhard versus Cason Wallace. Another thing that we notice here is they aren't playing with too many big men, right? Their big man is who? Who's their big man? Jalen Williams, okay? Well, first of all, we understand that we have a matchup right here that we love, and we have great positioning. Now, I'm not saying that we should get the ball down low and feed this. That's not something we need to do. Obviously, we're down by 3. The best thing to do in this scenario is to shoot a 3 and understand that, okay, you have the height advantage down here. Your shot of getting a second chance opportunity is actually pretty high. So let's take a 3 here, and let's have that positioning. Look at this, right? We go for the 3. We step back. Look at Siakam. Gets immediate positioning here on SGA, who's just a hair too slow. And then, boom, second chance opportunity. Gets it to go. This is what I mean. You need to be smart when it comes to basketball. You need to understand the game scenario. You need to understand your matchups. And that is exactly what the Pacers did right here. Down 3. You don't attack that specific mismatch in the paint, and you just had them find their rhythm in this fourth quarter, right? They outscored the Thunder 35-25 in the fourth quarter. Before that, it was really tough, right? They got outscored in the first 29-20, outscored in the second 28-25. The first half of this game, they didn't score more than 26 points in a quarter, okay? And then they scored 31, and then they scored 35. They figured out how to beat them, okay? Now, this was a very clutch shot. Once again, we get into our 5-out system where you can't really help, because if you help, we're going to find a shooter open for 3. Right, so Nembhard takes advantage of this matchup. He realizes, okay, off this first bounce, watch how much we're able to get him to back up, right? Because he's fearing our drive to the basket, right? Boom, okay, we know we can get him to back up. So let's reset this thing back out to the top. Let's get him back again and then create that separation for a 3. Drains it. I mean, down by 6, under 2 to play. This was a great job by Andrew Nembhard to get this to go, man. This is a great shot. This takes some guts to take an isolation late in the game when you have Pascal Siakam and Haliburton. Nembhard, man, clutch. He was only 4 of 11 in this game, 2 of 6 from downtown, but this was one of the biggest shots of the game. Give the man some credit. Now, really quickly, before we get any further into this video, guys, do me a big favor. Hit that like button if you want me to break down more Pacer videos and games throughout the entirety of the NBA Finals. But most importantly, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Okay, it is free. It doesn't cost anything to join the family. And like I said, we will be covering this team throughout the entirety of the NBA Finals and the offseason, whether it be the drafts, free agency, trades, everything. Whatever you want, we got you guys covered. Join the family, turn on post notifications. That way you're notified every time we post one of these videos. With that being said, let's deep dive back into the video. Another big time play kind of started here by Andrew Nemhard. Now we're going to get into what we call a DHO into a high pick and roll. Okay, so what does that mean? A DHO is a dribble handoff. We're coming off this thing. We want to, hand the ball off to Andrew Nemhard, right? As we do that, boom, we want to come over, set that screen. Now, all we're doing when we set this screen is we want to attack that big man, see if we can get him to backpedal. We know that Alex Crusoe is going to try to fight over this screen, and they might just give us that roll to the basket initially. So all we're doing is reading and reacting to what the defense wants to do here. So boom, they early commit to that double team. They fight him off that screen, and they send Chet over. Now what happens here is we create a pocket, and we call this a pocket pass, right? You could bounce it or you can overhead it, whatever you need to do. But we open up that pocket in space off the pick and roll. We're going to bounce it to him, and now the ability to stop on a dime, just be bigger than everybody else, and hit this shot mid-range. Beautiful job by Miles Turner off the high pick and roll with the DHO. I mean, beautiful, right? Once you create that, boom, pocket pass from the front foot of Alex Crusoe to the front foot. I mean, look at that. So much space with that pocket. This is a beautiful opportunity. This is just, I mean, art. If you love basketball, you love the X's and O's, art. The pocket pass off the pick and roll. Lou Dort does a good job rotating over from the strong side top, but just isn't big enough to really contest Miles Turner. Great shot. Let's go. All right, another big time play here before we end off this video. Now, all you see here is a little miscommunication. Okay, all we're going to do is we're going to send Bennett Mathurin up to the top of the key. And you see how he's playing the middle, Alex Crusoe and SGA. Now, normally, they'd want SGA to be on that corner man and Pascal Siakam because he's a little bit bigger than Alex Crusoe. But what happens here is the inside man goes with the inside guy, right? So he follows Mathurin because he's closer to him than Alex Crusoe is to Siakam, right? So they both expect the other guy to go to Siakam. Miscommunication, and TJ McConnell has the ability to read the defense. Wide open three, drains it. Great job here by the offense and TJ McConnell to read this play out, sniff it out, and understand, okay, both these guys initially mess up here. Boom. Once we see both these guys come up just a little bit, it's over. Already lost, and Siakam drains in a wide open three. Beautiful job in this game. They came back, they fought back, and they won in incredible fashion. Incredible fashion. You cannot make these things up. You really can't. So we're going to end the video here, but just know this series. Oh, another guy I want to give a big shout out to, by the way, Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin, man, 5'8" from downtown. Was a plus 13 in this game, basically led the team in plus minus. He was amazing. Give him some credit. Great game overall, guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, join the family, turn on post notifications. And yeah, I'll see you for a part